Hello there and welcome to this third part of how to choose the right tools for your virtual team. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit because remember we talked about having a wish list, then creating a research list. And from then you can go to research the market, of course. I'm going to show you how we've done one of our projects. We use that research list to then do this third function, and that is shortlist. And so just looking at this project, we were choosing some software for our own internal team, and honestly we had, I don't know, 80 odd pieces of software. Now we had a bit of a project plan that's just in a spreadsheet here of everyone's tasks and things to do. Useful finds, that's just an additional thing. It's got nothing to do with it really, but we just thought, well, while someone's researching, they're going to stumble across other things that we might find useful. But getting to the point here, here's our research list. This is actually the round one elimination, so this is kind of interesting because this comes into the shortlisting. We have our sites on the left. We have our features that we want up above, and this was such a specific thing. We summarized the features for the purpose of shortlisting. If I come down to our actual one, you'll see here project management, but then all the features underneath. That's for the next video. But just for the purpose of shortlisting, okay, and so what we're trying to do here is just sift out all the rubbish, and I don't mean rubbish, I just mean sift out the things that don't match your needs. So let's just have a look at this research list. We've got our features up the top here: project management, calendar sharing, document sharing, timesheets, blah blah blah. We've decided to weight each one of them, and that weighting comes in handy later on when you're scoring and testing. But we just said 5 is must have, 3 is a wish list, 1 is bonus features, and there's a field there for comments. So for the purpose of shortlisting, we weren't going to rate anything because we're not testing, we're shortlisting. So a 0 doesn't have that feature and a 1 does have the feature. So you can see here quite quickly, Google Docs, for example, has 2 out of 3 must-haves and nothing else. Well, they don't have any of the must-haves. The must-haves here has to score a 1 in each column. And so you can see our first round elimination, quite easy. They didn't have the suitable things. Doesn't matter how good these features are here, they're not must-haves. Just flick over here, round 2 elimination. This is starting to look a little better. Okay. So you can see here, these top of the list here, they all have the must-haves. Okay, and then you can start sort of differentiating. Well, okay, this one's got 3 out of 3. It's got some timesheeting functionality. This one's got 3 out of 3. It's got some web conferencing functionality, so forth and so on. Check out this one here. It's just got all 3, and it's got a must-have and a bonus feature. This one looks like it suits a lot, but it doesn't have a must-have. Now, this is where it comes down to it. One could be tempted to say, but look, it covers all these other things. But the must-haves, if you've rated them correctly, it's the must-haves that really count. They're the team issues that need to be resolved. So that's as simple as that. It's as simple as a simple wish list, organized in a certain way. Go out to the market, look at the features and benefits pages, and go and see if it does what you want it to do. Now from this point we shortlist, and we find the software most suitable based on our requirements. Next video I'm going to show you how you go through and test, and not necessarily to test, but how you use this data to test and find what's better for best technology for your team. Now, I just might add here, this was a pretty big piece of software for us. The principles still apply to smaller pieces of software. You might only have 4 requirements. They all might be essential. So why go for this one when this one covers all 4? Why leave a hole? Okay. If they're not all essential, well, you know, you can work it out from there. So, just to recap, we did our wish list, did our requirements list. Based on that, we started doing our research list where we use this to shortlist. Okay. Now we've done our shortlisting, we can then go on to actually test the features of the software, and we're going to rate them, how highly they rate. Thanks for listening.